it's so crazy being a content creator, because it's like you have this idea of what you want to make and what you want to put into the world, and then you create it, right? And it's like this whole thing where there's this beauty in making something that no one's ever seen before, and then it's even more beautiful to make it about, when you have something about like your life, or something about something that's pertinent, that's actually going on in the world. That even makes it even better. So I like to tell stories, and I haven't really told many stories with my videos, so I kind of think that it's time to really dive into that avenue and that realm of really storytelling. And the interesting thing is that lately, when I decided to do the YouTube channel, it was basically just about getting some content out there and getting some subscribers and kind of doing the thing, at first. But now it's kind of becoming more about one of these things where it's like audience retention. This is one of the things that, like, the YouTube analytics is really big about, is keeping your audience for the duration of the video. And basically what I'm going to ask of people is, if you don't have time to watch a video in the beginning, just don't watch it until you do have time. And I know everybody's busy and whatnot, but we have a lot of really cool stuff that we're actually going to be posting. And one of the things that we're really going to be focusing on in the very near future is our travels. So we traveled all the way down here from Oregon, and went over to Idaho, down into California, and then all the way down Baja. And our travels were epic, but they were also like a huge conundrum. We ended up hitting this tope and got not necessarily stranded, but tried to fix it, and took all the time to do that. And we really kind of got laywayed in the process. And now we're about to set out on another adventure in Adriana Corazon de Fuego, our bus. And basically what that means is that I've been pulling stuff from upstairs. This means all the stuff, all the infrastructure that we decided we were going to set up here has to all come down. So we've been kind of going on our little adventures and enjoying Cabo for what it is. It's basically been a vacation for us. We've been on vacation for the last 7 months, essentially. And now it's time for us to really start getting all our stuff back into the bus. And I'm thinking I'll even show you guys what I've got, so that you can know that all these things that I have are things that I'm potentially going to be, or we're going to potentially be using for everything in the future, from making art to tools and all these other things. And it's crazy. So I want to really show you guys what the kind of stuff that we actually have, and show you what there kind of is in store for the future. So I think that with this next travel, going up to La Paz and taking the ferry over, and then going down to Atonalisco from Mazatlan, I really want to show you guys, I just kind of want to show you the whole travel process. So I'm going to kind of keep the camera close for that process. We're going to be heading out in about 2 weeks. So it's one of these things where it's been kind of difficult to give you guys like story content more than anything for me, because it's been just feeling like we've been just going on adventures lately. And adventures are to have an experience and have fun. And I feel like stories are really there's a point to every story. So the one that's coming is basically the packing and the packing and getting ready to go on our trip. But at the same time, I really want to spend a little bit of extra time going through some of my archives and pulling up some of that old footage and showing you guys, maybe a little bit of our trip prior, and it's funny because it's really difficult, because before I started managing this stuff most recently, it's like I was using, 2 different phones and 2 different cameras, and taking all that information and making sure it's all together is actually kind of it's a process. Video production management is tougher than it sounds. And so I've got a lot of these things on my drive, my Google Drive. I've got some of it on my Google Photos. I've got it on other devices, and I've been kind of compiling it all together instead of producing videos lately, kind of organizing stuff. So it's kind of one of those weird things where as a video creator, there's a lot to be done. There's so much behind the scenes that you guys don't actually see or even know is happening. So it's really interesting, you know. It's so funny because you know there's videos out there that are like, what would you do for a like, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think it's really necessarily about likes. I think that really what we're looking for is a subscriber base, and we're trying to, you know, put some interesting stuff out there. And I've got stuff that I absolutely 100% know that when it's produced is going to go viral, but they're more like spoofs and stuff. So, and they may be actually kind of offensive to some people as well, you know, like but not necessarily, I mean, more like just offensive to Republicans, I think, more than anything. I don't know. I think that they're going to be fun either way, and yeah, it's going to be we got some cool adventures coming, so I'm really stoked for you guys to be there. P.S. I broke my drone. And I need to go back to the States and get a new one. So that's a big thing. So I'm not going to have any drone footage unless I'm archiving from my old stuff in the near future. Anywho, you guys are awesome. Stay being epic and amazing. And we'll talk to you soon.